Hello everyone and welcome to another session of the Lusophone Empire campaign. Let's start the clock going because even though it's only like 15 years left, it's going to be a while, like, I don't know, good few hours before I actually manage to get to the end date. And this is something brewing in here. There's a slight revolution in Qing apparently. What is this? No, it's not this one. Oh, Russia and Austria are fighting over a revolt in Krakow. Okay. That's interesting. And Poles are coming to us. Is Russia stronger than Austria? Slightly, but they might be technologically behind. I think a lot of it is going to be decided by who gets one lucky win on one of those. This is actually kind of crazy war. And they're just fighting over Krakow, nothing else. Sure. We got telephone switchboards, which is pretty nice actually. And do I go all in on them? In theory they should be more efficient and they will support some of the telephones. We'll be able to remove a bunch of those. Okay, actually, wait, both of those are pretty nice. I think this is slightly better. And I do have some electric industries already, I think. If I do, then I will switch. Yes. So let's just switch everywhere, which is going to be quite disruptive, but let's then remove from Zanzibar. Azores are fine, Galicia. Yeah, all those places are actually fine. But I can remove a bunch of them because I have way too many anyways. I could get... This will decrease my mortality, but it's going to be 800 bureaucracy. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Especially right now, the population growth is not that relevant. The most important thing for me is going to be... why not? Let's make my people happier. It's going to be a while before they get there anyways. So, which place has too much taxes, actually? Extremadura, clearly. And then Alentejo. Let's see... And this company is really not that huge, but they are helping with engines, at least. Actually, I could probably wait a few weeks and see how this ends up looking like. Still too much, clearly. Yeah, they're having some problems with the telephones, understandably. The market needs to, like, fix itself. I might need even more. They should be getting produced, I think. There's just no people working in those buildings, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The potential is pretty huge. The goods are cheap enough. And actually, they are pretty cheap. Other than iron is expensive, okay? Maybe it's local price. I think it could be local price. I mean, it is a slight issue, but... Okay, iron... Okay, we have a lot of basic goods being pretty expensive. Sure. Where can I get more coal? Certainly not anywhere within Portugal proper. But over here I could get, there's a lot of peasants here. Transvaal has some good amounts. Over here I guess as well. So coal, engine, steel, glass, the same thing. Yeah, the economy is losing a ton, just... I think the more ideal situation would be if I had subjects, at least in majority of those states I control directly. But the goal was to have them controlled directly, so that's the thing. Our relations with Italy are going to suck. I don't think we're colonizing anywhere, so what does it matter? It doesn't. Okay. Petit bourgeoisie are growing a little bit. Their jingoist actually, they were out of cloud totally. That's interesting. Didn't realize they had it that bad. I mean, actually, multiculturalism is going way better than I expected it to. Let's remove those movements. Seems like they're not really as relevant as I thought they would be. So we are gaining the... Let's remove a few more. Actually, I probably shouldn't because I'm getting the institutions, but that's fine. I can just build them in a second. I think I should build more construction, actually. Oh yeah, that's why the steel and everything gained in price, because I don't have enough. I got more construction, so now I don't have enough goods for that. Does make sense, but I think I need even more. They would be cheapest in those places, so let's get them there. Additional 15. Make protectorate in Japan. Is anyone actually going to oppose them on this? Out of curiosity. No, UK hates everyone. Italy might join France. That's going to be annoying if we have to fight both France and Italy. It's not the end of the world, but actually they both have pretty decent navies, so together they have the navy of UK, which is annoying. We got destroyers, and I'm pretty sure I cannot upgrade the torpedo boats into destroyers, and I don't even want to. I want to go into scout cruisers in a way. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, multiculturalism is just going. It's just happening. Nice. Nice. Landing craft. Oh, this is actually going to be important. I might actually prioritize this one. We are getting radios. Yeah, landing craft is pretty nice. And then, now that I have radio, I can go for siege artillery as well. Do I use artillery? Not that much. I could definitely try to go for a bit more. Yeah, those people are becoming unhappy again, but that's just temporary. And there's barely any Polish pops, I think, at right now, so not a huge problem. Did I move construction up? No, I didn't, and I definitely should. And railways as well. Up, up, up. Maybe I should remove out the save at this point of the campaign. It's risky though, you know, with the paradox game and how they work. But it's going very slow, and if I go for wars, it's going to be even slower. We got some Spaniards coming in, nice. We are continuously maintaining our edge over Germany with GDP, which is pretty nice. And I think if we continue just growing the economy, we will be overtaking France. The question is, do we have time to be sitting and not doing anything? I'm not sure if I want to be giving them migration attraction if I can help it, to be honest. This plus 5% qualification is pretty meaningless, to be honest, at this point of the game. With this much literacy? Yeah. Actually, one of the big problems is we're getting no institutions in this entire area. Which of course is expensive in bureaucracy, but usually especially like healthcare and education are pretty worth it. Though not always. It's hard for me to see a situation when healthcare is not worth it. Healthcare is just so good. Others might be disputable. Police can be, depending on how much turmoil you have, might be the most important one or the least important one. If you get good amount of loyalists, you don't really need them, but if you have any radicals, then it becomes critical. Actually, I should go over here with this. And this will offset this administration penalty. So yeah, this actually will work out quite nicely. And the bureaucracy is still going to be going down simply because more migrants, more population over here. Some of those are losing, but net there's a huge growth in population in those 4 states, which is the goal and has been the entire time. I need more government construction, so this for sure needs to be switched to this. Not sure how much do I need transportation, to be honest, in most places. It's a very annoying thing to micro. Are they consuming it everywhere? A little bit, I guess, though I don't really even have... I don't even have railways everywhere. Simply because some of those places don't really have that much of a population. No, over here you guys could actually use it. Okay, so that's actually... North Madagascar doesn't have any railways. I'm surprised. Do you guys have a lot of ports or something? So let's just get railways everywhere. Just for ease of management. No. You can see which ones are part of your actual country when there's a plus sign and not the investment sign. It's a bit of a UI help over here. Which hopefully I'm not actually ignoring when I'm clicking through all of those. Yes, this should be railway pretty much everywhere. This is pretty expensive when it comes to construction, but I think for the sake of my sanity, I need to do this. And since we have electricity everywhere, it's time to switch all of those and see what the effect is going to be, because I think it's going to be quite massive. Apparently I need more of those, and I think let's just go for elastics, so why not? Let's maybe look at them more individually. Oh, do I really have only this many buildings with food industries? Okay, apparently so. Seems like it's good enough. How are we doing on... Apparently we need more luxury furniture. This can be arranged. We need more bone china, even though it will hurt our glass production a ton. But apparently we do need porcelain. Let's maybe not go all in. But let's get a bit more. Might even go for even more at some point, but that's fine for now. Yep, I mean, explosives are just good. For a lot of stuff. Sure. Recall mechanism. We will need radios, and apparently they are already being bought, so let's just get it. This is huge potentially because that's everywhere. The places that don't really have that much electricity will not have that many urban centers as well. Let's just go for it and see what happens. This is pretty nice for the infrastructure. This is some heavy-handed management, but I think it might be fixable. I will be getting a lot more electricity. How many peasants do I even have, actually? 11 million. So I don't really need those... Well, I kind of need those labor-saving production methods, because I want to move them. Make sure I build all my buildings in here, and then those pops should be moving over here and pay taxes. Hopefully. And of course, less people employed in singular buildings over here is very, very good. This is going to be pretty nice, I think. Rubber, let me guess, yes. Those might not be worth it. Plantations are located all outside of my prime territory. A bit more engines might be worth it. Those are not using that many engines, simply because they're actually not... Even though the amount of buildings are huge, there's not that many people actually employed in them, I don't think. So let's just get a bit more of those. Yeah, sure. And maybe wait a bit with those rail transportations. Gold mines, that's an interesting option actually. And let's make sure in those states here I have every production method that can save labor, which is probably already the case. There's not that many over here. There should be some mines someplace. Okay, let's wait a tick and then fix the electricity, because I'm sure it's going to be all screwed up all over the place. Okay, this is going really, really smoothly. Kinda happy about that. So, no, 2,000 expenses. This is kinda low. I wonder why it's calculating when our national revenue is almost 1 million. 2,000 doesn't really matter that much. Actually, I would need coal to make it really worth it. Let's just get coal real quick. I think this is going to be the last tech I will really need from here. Of course, I want some of the other ones. But coal is pretty important. I think it doubles the production of electricity. Yeah, this is pretty huge. It requires a lot more coal, but coal can be arranged, I think, for the most part. Oh, we need more silk. Do we have any place that we can actually produce our own? We do. Well, not huge amounts. This is actually pretty doable. We can give prison radio, no thanks. Yeah, plus legitimacy. So we can get actually a fair amount of silk from those places. Make sure I get on that. Okay, this looks fine. We have 1,000 construction. The vast majority of this is government controlled right now. What's the investment fund? It is, yeah, it has grown significantly. And apparently they're even saving money right now somehow. I'm not sure why they're not building more stuff. It looks like they're having problems spending it. We've got some Danish people. Okay, Art Nouveau. Oh, they might get obsessed with fine art. Yes, I love getting obsessions. Oh wow, we have, oh yeah, we have problems with cloves because we switched to a ton of exotic cloves production. Though I think that's fine. I might adjust it depending on how things are looking. Yeah, probably it might have been a bit of a overproduction of those cloves. So let's adjust it a little bit. Yeah, arts academies, there's probably a ton of arts academies that are just going to be making a ton of money. And going to be now recruiting troops. Troops. Laborers. I wonder why those are not ordered in, like, by amount of build-it levels they have. They don't seem to be ordered in any way. Not alphabetically. It's a bit confusing. Yeah, still need more cloves. Okay, this is all going. Let's check all the events. Portugal. Well, this seems like a good idea. Total separation. We could do that, I think. It's not like a lot of people would be annoyed. It would lower my authority, which is the one thing. But if you guys want it, sure. Why not? Those people are not very happy. But then people could be... armed forces would not be ideal. Petit bourgeoisie don't really care about them that much. Though we should be losing those oppression levels in society. Yeah, they should be going to level 2, I assume. Or maybe level 3, worst case scenario. Depending on where, if they're in their homelands or not, I think. Corporatists, I don't think I want you guys to be gaining too much clout. It's not like you have that much. You actually like my labor rights, at least. And like more welfare. I think these are actually not too bad. Yeah, sure. You can stay for a little bit. We need more phones. I think the phones are having problem with electricity. That's why they're not getting enough production. Or the population started consuming them, I think. Because they don't have enough fine arts, maybe? It's an interesting problem. But they still need more normal clothes. But I also like having a ton of fine clothes. They are making a ton of money just by themselves as well. And it's not like at this point the price is that low. So I think I just need more clothes industries. I need a lot of industries, to be honest. Do I just get even more? I am increasing my debt, I think, even with the capitalists rebuying stuff. I don't think that's enough money. And they are expanding some important stuff as well, so that's good. And did I start working on the thing? Do I care about 5 legitimacy? I actually don't. So let's get some more loyalists, that's fine. So let's get to the separation, I guess. Yeah, there will be actually a good amount of more loyalists from movements. People are actually kind of happy. Mostly outside of the core lands because, yeah, right now the people in the colonies are actually getting the benefits of our economy being quite good, but they don't have to pay taxes. So yeah, I guess that does make some sense. We are going to lose more authority. Actually, I'm paying for those guys, which is really not helping me in any way. And it's 100k per month. I'd love to have more authority because some of those consumption taxes are absolutely great. But yeah, don't really have what it takes for that. What is our interest rates? 2.9. Yeah, that's finally getting somewhere around where I wanted. Okay, so right now I think wait for the steam turbine, then build a ton of electricity everywhere to fix things. I'm surprised people are not complaining that much about the electricity, or is it just not showing up in this? Or maybe it's self-adjusted already. That's also possible. Yeah, it is a problem. Oh, it's a big problem in some of those places. If I can just start building them and remember that the electricity is going to be double, so I'm not going to be needing that many buildings. Even then. Yeah, some of those places just need a ton more electricity. People are really being happy. We are getting overtaken, yeah, because I don't have electricity in a lot of those places, I'm losing GDP. Which actually does make sense. Let's actually focus on fixing that right now. Silk is going to be important, but it's going to be less important now that I switch into more normal clothes production. Should be getting done pretty quick. 20 weeks though, per one. Yeah, sure. We almost don't have infamy. There is a civil war in Spain. German Empire is doing... Can we just get something done, please, on this front? France is almost guaranteed to join, I think. And we might get more than France, to be honest. And over here? Yeah. Minus 10, that I'm pretty sure that means they're going to join. Economic imperialism means they will join. And this we can't go for some reason. It's interesting how Africa is actually separated into 3 powers. Portugal, Great Britain and France, with some terrible border gore in some places. Though the direction is more or less correct. Maybe I can try go for Darfur. Though I don't think I have a road connecting them. Oh, the Italians will support them. Sokoto. Just might be doable, but if I wanted to take more land from them, which I probably would want to, then some people would start to get pissed. And Morocco has some good friends. I don't think we're ready to go all in on infamy. And that's the problem. Monarchists are stamped out. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't matter at all anyways, but if you can stop caring about monarchy, that would be nice. Got a Portuguese supremacist, but I don't think they really matter that much. Simply because I don't think there's enough Portuguese. I think they are still dominating in the core regions. Because the population, 54%, 77 in Extremadura. That's actually a bit more than I expected. And the Galicians are here, though they're actually losing to Somalis. They're actually more Portuguese than I expected, but I think a lot of this is just from assimilation. How is assimilation looking on multiculturalism is something I'm actually not quite sure how that works. Russian Republic. Oh, they reformed it to a republic on their own. And they are... What? First time I see Russia reformed that much. I mean, they still have peasant levies and, like, you know, some things, but they have republic and laissez-faire. Still autocracy, though. Did they win, like, some kind of civil war, the liberals? Not sure if they would be still in power of their power bloc if it was a civil war. Independence against Great Britain. This is actually supported by Egypt, and how can Egypt support this? They're a protectorate of... I guess they're on the protectorate, so they can do some stuff on their own. I mean, so they are getting at least the Chinese support, or China. Yeah. They're not going to matter much, unfortunately, even though it would be cool. Okay, first of those power plants are coming in. And the steam turbine is coming in shortly as well. Yeah, I always do this, where I just switch the production methods early, and then for a couple of years things are actually kinda rough, but that's... Man, I just can't be bothered with the micro. Which is probably the death of me in a lot of those campaigns. I think at this point I'm just going for getting one war against France and Great Britain, and then trying to hold those, which probably means we are not going to get the entirety, though that might be still significant chunks. I might have to prioritize getting the... I already have the best tech for maneuvers. Macroeconomics. Could maybe... It's 10 maneuvers, that doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty big colonies we could grab in single war. I think most of the French territories we could grab in one war. Britain would be a bit more difficult because they actually control a lot of this directly. And if we were already at war with France and Great Britain, which I think there will be a point that we'll be at war with both. Probably will start maybe against France, and if the things are going well enough, I will kind of start a second war against Great Britain at the same time. And then I might be able to clear up some of those smaller places as well. Simply because I don't really care about the other powers joining in at that point. Even though it would be annoying. It wouldn't be that big of an issue. Let's see the construction queue. Okay, so the core lands are almost finished, I think. It's still not going to be enough, quite enough electricity. But with the steam turbine coming in 2 weeks as well, that should be good enough, more or less. And then I can get defensive debt, and maybe Siege Artillery is going to be the time to start. How is the Navy looking? We have 131 ships. How many heavies do you guys have? More or less. Yeah, good amount. Though AI doesn't really use their navies in like fully united force usually, so that's something that usually plays to players' advantage. It's gonna be a lot of coal. This is also necessary. And engines. Actually, it wasn't that bad, surprisingly. More events happening at the same time. And Portuguese Socialist Party sounds like not too bad, actually. Like that they are giving me more workforce ratio. Plus 10% actually, so we are at like 50%, potentially. Let me see a pop. 50% of the labor force could be actually employed, and they're at 30.9, which is about what it was last time I checked. But I think it kind of like it does work, but the pops are moving all over the place, so it's not always really showing up in the best way. So I probably have a ton of peasants still. Yeah, they're actually the amount of peasants is increasing, despite me having 1,000 construction pretty much. So maybe I need more construction. Let's see, so now that the electricity situation should be slightly improving. Yeah, I can still get like 4 more over here. It's not as much of a priority. 2 more here, 2 more here, 1 here. Yes, you're actually building more, so that's fine. 1 more here. Yeah, let's get 1 more in those places as well. Okay, electricity situation is much improved now. Socialists. Oh, I don't think we actually need more agitators. I think I'm pretty happy with where my laws are standing currently. Historic party. I really don't have much authority, like barely any actually. It doesn't help that I have very low government wages, but that's usually how I play anyways. Okay, so I think we actually did improve our economy quite significantly in the end. Yeah, overtook Germany yet again. Not really catching up to France. That's because I've been... Probably it's going to be increasing for quite a bit. Quite fast, I think. Electric railways. This might be very important, actually. Because my engine production is being very localized in certain places. That might help quite a bit. Electric steel would be really nice. I don't think there's... Is there a better glass production method? I think there is. Military, they don't really like me. It's not really a problem though. Yeah, just get it more loyalist, I think it's fine. There's a lot of events, what's going on? I guess it is an election. We can make this guy better at literature, I guess. Fine. Yeah, I have actually too much bureaucracy, but that's fine. It is going to be needed as population increases in those states. Those sales are going to be done really fast. Yeah, the private investments are really not carrying that much construction on their own. They are doing some stuff though. Now, socialists are actually doing quite badly. So that's not ideal amounts of legitimacy, but it's not too bad either. It's about fine. If I didn't have high taxes, actually, it would be not too bad. Do I want to switch to a bigger... I don't think I want to switch to a bigger government because they might start giving me petitions. And I don't want that. I think it doesn't matter either way. A law debate failed, but there's barely any stall, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, sure, let's help people in getting some Tibetans. How many people even live here? Well, not that many. Okay, electricity problem is fixed. Actually, I'm not constructing enough stuff right now, I don't think. Yes. So, let's get some fine arts and telephones, just fix things. Because clearly they are not working well enough. How do I set it up so I can just see the course? I'm actually not sure if there's a way to do it. It's a bunch of those in Beira. That's too much, but that's fine. And Alentejo, why not? Might spread those a little bit, I think, because they're being used by administration. And Beira a little bit more. Okay, but this, I don't really need to wait for this stuff. It depends in depth with United States are offering this, but no, I have too many peasants. Don't really care about investing in the United States. The investments agreements are really good when you're below 50 million GDP, and you can increase your investments multiplier. Then foreign investments are really, really good. But right now, when I still have peasants, there's really no reason for me to... Like, I have enough foreign investments pretty much in my colonies as it is. It's effectively how they end up working. Apparently I need more government administration. Just a bit surprising. It might fix itself in a second. Galicia apparently needs more tax. So let's get like... Is 3 going to be enough? Apparently just barely, so maybe get... one more over here. Oh, I was looking at infrastructure, not taxes. I mean, taxes we're doing really good. Not that great on infrastructure in some places. Let's get like 2 more here. Okay, another law that failed. Free university, always nice. Let's wait for this one, and then I guess I will continue just filling this up so I can get to next age. Do I just get more? I don't think getting more universities would matter that much, simply because the tax spread. I mean, we're getting still some tech from this. AIs usually don't finish the tech tree though, so I don't think it would help that much. I think I did start producing radios, right? Yes. So I'm assuming I'm the biggest world radio producer. And the only one, which is big, because that means we are the only ones who have access to all the units that are limited by radios, which means we are guaranteed to have technology advantage over pretty much everyone. In both Navy and land. So I definitely want to upgrade all artillery. How the enemies are doing in force. They're all about 300. So I can go a little bit more than they have. Also, I really need to get this done actually. Make sure I put this as high priority, and railways too, why not? It's going to be really expensive to actually go to war. I'm pretty sure the expenses will be massive, though I maybe could go for very high taxes as well. You're doing pretty well on loyalists still. Do I just start with those guys? No, I don't think there's really much point. I think it's time to go. Probably against France. Let's see, do they have any local wars? Great Britain often is embroiled in something somewhere. Russia is finally going for their claims on China, and it's starting right now. They're actually going for a bit more than their claims, actually. Yeah, they're going for quite a bit. Ideally, if Great Britain had some kind of civil war, I would go against them. France being allied to Italy is pretty annoying. And they have some more defensive alliance as well, though those really don't matter. Let's see, is any other great power going to join against me if I go against France? What would be a good first war goal? I guess Constantine would be fine enough. We do have easy access here. And like getting this as a subject doesn't really make much sense. Oof, that's a ton of infamy just from this one state. It doesn't make that much difference. We'll just go for French Congo. Let's say we go for this. It is possible Great Britain even joins on this instantly. Everyone just hates us so much. Ideological differences are just pretty huge as well. Germany, this is the... Oh, they are still allied to us. I think the defensive alliance. Yeah, even if we go against France, we might end up fighting both of them, which would be very bad. Mostly because fighting both of them means we get 2 less war goals against them. Both really hate me. Though France hates me significantly more, so I think it's much more likely that France actually joins to help Great Britain, I think. If I were to do a quick check, though I'm like 90% sure of it. No, actually. It's Italy who's more likely to join. Okay, but see you guys on the next one. The time is running out, and we're about to start some shit in Africa. So yeah, GG. See you on the next one.